guys to my FTB world in episode 3. Well, it's actually FTB server, Scullcraft server. Yep, and as you can see, there's been a couple of changes since last time. Well, probably a little bit more than a couple. And we'll start off over here. Now, as you see, I've added some barrels and some chests for storage. Simply, this is non-ore stuff that comes from the quarries. Pretty nice, you know. Some good stuff, but mostly just junk like this. But, you know, I want to save it, and I still have to finish my house. And yeah, that's a lot of rubies. So, over here, we have the ingots we get, and they all pile up over here. And how this is happening is if we come into this mess of pipes over here, what we have is we have a couple induction smelters here. And what they do is you use sand, like this, and they can smelt ore directly into the ingots, which is very, very helpful. And then the ingots are piped down over here, and this is pretty much a filter that grabs items from here. The cobblestone, some of it goes into a recycler over there, and some of it gets used for niter production, and it's going well. In fact, it's going a little bit too fast. I might want to replace this. Back there's a 50-50 chance of it going to recycling or going to niter production. Because I'm getting so much niter, I might route more for recycling, because my scrap production is very slow, and the matter fabricator is almost eating up as much scrap as it's getting. So, yep. And, yeah, I forgot to mention I made a matter fabricator. They only actually take 4 iridium to make, if you look at all the recipes. And I'm making UU matter. Over here, I have 63 advanced solar panels and 1 hybrid solar panel. And this thing is pretty crazy. It generates 64 U per tick, so that's the same as 8 of these guys. But then again, this takes 8 iridium to make, and that takes a lot of UU matter, and I've been running this thing for almost a day and a half now with these 64 solar panels. And in the day, it's even charging the MFSU, which means I'm producing more than 512 U per tick, because that's the size of packet and MFSU outputs. And over here I have 3 thermal generators just to kind of speed things up a bit. Over here at my tin factory, I had to turn it off because all the chests are almost full. And over here, the iron farm is working. I just pretty much harvested it this morning. And about half of, no, wait, where's the iron? Here it is. About half of this was from the iron farm, probably about 9 stacks or so. But I'm having a strange problem. My turtles are breaking. Their picks just stopped working. Oh yeah, and if you wanted to look at this, I harvested the gold nuggets already and made 3.5 stacks of gold bars. That's not my official gold farm, but I might as well make it. So you might also notice I'm running super fast. And that's because I got quantum suit pants. Because I had a whole bunch of extra iridium. I remember where I found iridium in my first world, and here's something really cool I discovered. I found a couple, in fact, I found a couple iridium. No, three. I found 3. Like, as you can see, there's a waypoint there called iridium. I found 1 piece of iridium over there, and 2 stuck in the ground under cores. And I learned that fortune affects the iridium. And I got 4 from 2 of them. That's where I got most of my iridium. And it was just lucky ass, but whatever. And the rest, the other one I got 2 from. And I made myself some quantum pants, and this is iridium. No, that's just tin. And as you can see, you can go super speed even underwater, so that's pretty boss. And this is 60 by 60, I think. Hopefully it's pretty close to that. And yep, it's going good. Pretty simple setup, actually. This is all I have. I have an ender chest on top of the quarry, 3 electrical engines, which are powered by 4 advanced solar panels and an MFE. The MFE is just to keep it going through the night, and it's all going good. Because I honestly love turtles. They're much better and much easier to set up than a quarry. But the thing about their picks never breaking is not true. They mine for a 60 excavate 64. For an excavate 64, that's 4x4 chunks, which is, and it just pretty much goes bloop down to like 5 levels, and then the pick's gone. And I'm sick and tired of having to replace it every day. So in the Nether, I'm still using a turtle because there's lots of lava. But once I get enough diamonds, or I feel comfortable with the amount of diamonds I have, because if we take a look over here, I'm gonna make another core. So as you can see, I have a whole bunch of automatic operations going on. There's now charcoal being delivered here, so I can make my gunpowder, which is how I got all this TNT here, which I'm planning to use to make more iridium plates as soon as I get the iridium I need. But right now, that's all the iridium I have. I made a soul forge. Yeah, it's made me 3 soul shards. Pretty cool. My plan for that is I'm gonna make a soul shard for Wither Skellies. As you know, Supa, he made a tier 1 spawner, and I can use that tier 1 spawner to easily make a tier 5 spawner. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna grind there with my quantum pants, because if I lose those, I'm gonna be one pissed person. So you also might notice I've started messing around with red power. This is a red power timer, and this is a transposer. And every time this ticks, and you can set the ticks by doing this, you have to have an empty spot in your inventory or it'll crash your game, but you can time it in, like, to a millisecond, as you can see. And every time it fires once an item is pulled, you can also use relays, which pull stacks at a time. But for my purpose, all I need is this. And what this is doing is, oh god, I have too much compost, it looks like. Let's see. What's causing me to have too much compost? Oh no. What did I do? Crap. Okay, so it looks like I have too much compost in general, but it's okay if there's a little bit of compost on the ground. Whatever. Alright, so what's going on over here is I need this tree farm. I need the wood. I'm going to eventually start making biogas out of this tree farm. And the biogas part, I'm planning on running quarries, right? So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have liquid transposers that are going into, that are pretty much making biogas cans, and I can send those everywhere with ender chests to fuel my quarry. But electrical engines are more simple, so yeah, so I might just end up still using electrical engines. I don't even know why I want to make biogas, because I have so much biogas already with the sugarcane. It's a little bit overpowered already. But I guess I can just make lava with it with cobblestone. Cobblestone's incredibly inefficient, but like I could use nether rock, which is twice as efficient, but you need to mine nether rock, which makes it kind of unworth it, because I don't know how to get power in the nether. I can't just plop 2 solar panels down to power it. I would have to make lava pipes or something like that, and that would just be inconvenient, and I'm kind of unwilling to do that, and it's kind of a flaw with my iron setup. And so let's explain how this guy works. So as you can see, what I was doing with the compost here is making humus, and then that humus is auto-crafted by the auto-crafting table, and it's pulled down this pipe, and that pipe comes to this hopper, where I fill this arboretum with humus. And as you can see, it's working a little bit faster than it needs to work, which is always good. And while the logger logs things and pipes the items down in here, I also collect the byproducts and reroute the saplings back to the arboretum, but there's saplings all over the ground if you look down there. And those are the ones I'm planning on using for biogas. I don't even know what in the world I'm going to use biogas for. as I said, I really think the best way is to make lava with it. But making lava requires cobblestone or nether rock, and I think the turtle in the nether has stopped. So, as you can see, I pretty much showed everything I've gotten done since last time. Just a lot of solar panels take a long time to make. Lava tank, is that filling up or draining? It looks like it's filling up. So, yeah, let's take a look in the nether, and then we can finish off the episode, I guess. I guess this one's not even close to as long as the last episode, but... Oh, yes. I've also automated silicon plate making. Over here, we have an extractor, as you can see. And what that does is, when you centrifuge redstone, you get mercury cells. I'm just extracting those and putting them back in the system. But the silicon cells go all the way over here to the industrial blast furnace first. Make me silicon cells, or silicon plates, and then they go back. And that's always really fun. Because now I can make advanced circuits with those, and I don't have to harvest rubber anymore, which is the only reason why I haven't made an automatic rubber tree farm, but I do plan on making a rubber tree farm, just like this one. But I'm gonna have to keep building my house up first. So yeah. And as you can see, I have like patchy solar panels everywhere, which looks really cool. I have about 115 solar panels in total, including the ones next to the quarry, and that's quite a bit of power. But then again, it's not that much. So yeah, sleep. I'll go to the nether quickly. I'm going to the nether so they can sleep. They can sleep together. No, just kidding. Let's go check on the turtles, and maybe I can show you guys what's happening with the turtles. I've only gotten a couple loads of nether rocks, so I don't know why it's stopped yet. So yeah, and you have to love the quantum pants. I mean, they go so fast. Like, you may want to use your first iridium for something useful, like a good solar panel, or I recommend making a matter fabricator first. But of course, you can always use advanced ones. And I think the first thing anybody should make is quantum pants, because quantum pants are freaking awesome. I mean, running around my massive ass house, it's just so helpful to have those quantum pants. Where the hell is the turtle? I don't know. Why you stop? Okay, what's your reasoning? You have 850,000 units of fuel. So, I don't see why you stopped. The chunk loader is not to blame. See, turtles, they don't get me wrong, I love turtles. But I don't know, they're glitchy for me. They're not working the way they should be. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. It might have been when the server crashed. It kind of, I don't know coding or anything. Something must have happened when the server crashed. So, I don't know. Usually they go for a little bit longer than they did there. So, let's do an excavate. Let's stick to an excavate 64. Excavate. Yeah, let's do 8. Nah, let's do 64. Ah, again. I can't spell. I woke up really early this morning. I don't know why, but I just woke up really early and I couldn't go back to sleep, so I just played FTB for about 4 hours already today. It's 10 a.m. and I've played for 4 hours. I played this game a ridiculous amount, kind of. But then again, I have lots of fun. And I'm getting to endgame stuff on episode 3. So, you know, I don't play this game mostly to record, but I play this game mostly for fun and kind of to record. And that ends up as I do a lot between the episodes. Quickly, I'm going to run out of stuff to do in Buildcraft and Industrial Craft and Forestry. and red power, my 3 favorite mods, my 4 favorite mods right now. And I'll have to end up decorating my house for an episode or something like that. But for now, I'll stick to the technical stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna call this episode. I'm probably gonna call it automatic refilling biogas. No, just kidding. I'm gonna call it automation. That's what I'm gonna call the episode. Not the most catchy name, but it's a pretty good episode in my opinion. I also automated the fertilizing. I think this will keep the fertilizing level. This thing is set at 93 seconds. Because it's just pretty random actually. It probably shouldn't be 93 seconds. That's about a minute and a half. And these things can last for about 6 hours with a stack of 64. So, I'm assuming that this is going to run out in 3 hours. A stack of 64. And they don't run out in 3 hours. Not even close. So, let me set this to maybe 3 minutes. So that's assuming 9 hours. So, yeah, I think that's about good. If that's too slow, I can speed it up. And if it's too fast, I can slow it down. I'm pretty sure it's going to be too slow, though. And I'm collecting apples, and eventually I'll set up that automatic gold farm, and you can stick around for that. But for now, I'll call it. I don't know why I'm thinking about episode names during the episode. I guess it's I kind of need suggestions for these episode names. Because I get so much done, I can't just call it one thing, so I have to kind of think of a catchy name for it, and I'm really bad at that. So, yep, I'll see you guys next time, and hope you enjoyed, and rambly episode, and rambling on and on and on, I don't know when to stop, so see you guys next time.